Hello there and welcome. I'm Chanel Childs, and I wanted to shoot this quick Periscope because we meet here every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And really, the reason that I wanted to start this Periscope is because, I've recognized the power of network marketing. You see, not very long ago, I was actually listening to one of my mentors, Tracy Walker, and she was actually, really interviewing another network marketer, and I can't remember his name. I actually have the recording, but she was interviewing this other, network marketer, a man who had earned a lot of money in the network marketing industry. In fact, he had earned like millions of dollars. You see, please keep in mind that there's no guarantee that you'll earn any money. Hello and welcome there. We're talking about the power of starting your own home-based business. So happy you're here. I'm Chanel Childs. We meet here every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And so one of the key things that I learned from one of my mentors, Tracy Walker, and an interview that she had with another network marketer who has earned millions of dollars. Please keep in mind that there is no guarantee you'll earn any money from watching this Periscope. Please see our income disclaimer at www.empowernetwork.com/income. But in that, I was listening to this audio of this interview that Tracy Walker had with this other network marketer who had earned millions of dollars. And in it, they were really, Tracy was really telling him how she had a friend call her and say, hey, because she was actually in the industry of like real estate. And so she had this friend that called her and was like, hey, this might be an industry that we might want to start looking into. And so she was like, okay, well, let's check it out. And it was some like, network marketing company. I think it was like some energy drink or something like that. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Oh, thanks for the hearts. I love you too. Keep them coming. You guys are awesome. But in that, Tracy talked about the fact that, she had this friend call her and was like, hey, this might be something that we want to look into. And the only thing that I could think is, oh my goodness, what if Tracy would have not listened to her friend? What if she would have just been like, no, I don't really want to start a home-based business. I'll just stay here and do this. Because it turned out that she actually had some things go on where she actually ended up getting out of real estate because the economy dropped, which actually meant that her income dropped, and it really caused her to have a lot of financial problems. But why do I tell you this? I'm telling you this because Tracy and her teamwork and her ability to really teach on the network marketing industry has actually not only changed my life, but changed the lives of many others. So I always think about it like, what if she would have just denied the industry and decided to go back into the system of working a job? And now there's nothing wrong with working a job. Like, believe me, I believe that there's a time and a place for a job, but I also believe that there's a power in starting a home-based business. You see, when you and I have a home-based business, we have the ability to reach beyond where we're at. You see, when we just work a job all of our lives, what happens is basically what determines our paycheck is what our boss gives us, so we don't necessarily have all the resources that we can have if we have a home-based business. You see, when we have a network marketing business or a home-based business, it's sky's the limit. Think about it. It doesn't matter. You're not limited to how many hours you can work. You're not limited to how much your paycheck is. You create your own paycheck. You write it depending on your work ethic. You see, when I met my friends that were actually in this industry, I realized that there was a power in this business. So I'm going to tell you really quickly why I decided to join network marketing. You see, I felt that it was time for me to make the move back over to the West Coast. And I knew a couple friends that were actually in the network marketing industry. And keep in mind, hello and welcome. We're talking about the power of starting your own home-based business and really getting out of the system. There's nothing wrong with working a job. There's a time and a place for that. But I believe that if you and I really want to get free and we want to free others, we've got to have something else. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with working a job. By the way, my name is Chanel Childs. We meet here every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. But, there's nothing wrong with having a job, but I think that a job can't necessarily take us to the levels that a home-based business can. And I was briefly mentioning the reason why I got involved in network marketing. And the reason that I actually joined a network marketing company, hello, I'm so grateful that you're here. Oh, that you're awesome. Welcome from Costa Rica. And so we're sitting here talking about the power of starting your own home-based business. And the reason that we're talking about this is because one of the key things I believe to really moving forward in the way of our dreams is we've got to have something else. The jobs will only take us so far. So the reason that I actually got started in my network marketing business was because I realized that I needed to move across the country and start a life somewhere else. And I thought, well, I have a couple of friends that I know that are earning a lot of money. Keep in mind, there's no guarantee you'll earn any money from watching this Periscope. Results aren't typical. You can see our income disclaimer at www.empowernetwork.com/income. But I, went to, I recognized I had a few friends that were actually earning a decent amount of money in this industry. And so I thought, well, let me join one of my friends because he's actually accomplished a lot. And I believe that if I get under him, I can win too. So I decided to join this industry. And, the reason that the key reason that I'm actually here is because I saw freedom. I saw that I could get free from having to work a job. There's nothing wrong with working a job, but I decided that a job is not necessarily something that I want to do for the rest of my life. You see, I would like to be free to be able to do the things that I want to do when I want to do it. And I'd like to be able to travel to places and work on different projects that don't require me to have to go into an office and work a 9 to 5. Now, when I went to college, I thought that's what I wanted. I thought I wanted to go and work in an office and do that whole thing. But realizing as I graduated that was so not what I wanted to do, I found the power of starting a home-based business. And being that, this industry provides a lifestyle that people that work a 9 to 5 just don't have. This gives us the opportunity to travel at any time, any moment. This gives us the opportunity to close a deal on our phone. You can be sitting here right now listening to me talk on this Periscope. You can probably be on your laptop talking and chatting with someone on Facebook or some other platform and get them signed up and into your company right now. When we work a job, we have to physically be present. But the power of this industry is that now with the internet, it actually gives us the opportunity to work from home, and not only to work from home, but for the system to work for us while we're not even there. Now think about that. While we're not even there, it gives us the power to actually work our business, without us having to be there. We can be sleeping and someone can get on our site and decide to join, and we can be earning money. And that's really the key here, because it's really not about necessarily the money. I mean, obviously we live in an economic world and money is important. We've got to have transportation. We have to have a roof over our head, food and things like that. But it's not the main thing, at least not for me. The main thing for me is the freedom to be able to get up and go when I want to go. If I want to go and see my family because they don't necessarily live where I live, I can get up and, what I mean? This business gives me the opportunity to get up and leave and go and do those things. When we work a job, we're restricted because they tell us, you've got to do this or you've got to do that, and you can only take this amount of time off. But being an entrepreneur and a home-based business owner, we have the freedom to leave and go when we want. So that's really the power here. And so really what I wanted to really help you to recognize today, especially those of you who are thinking about starting a network marketing business, is that, although we say you're getting free from the system of jobs and things like that, one of the key things to recognize, and I learned this from Jim Rohn, and I actually learned it from my own personal experience, and that's that you don't have to quit your job. You see, you can start working this business part-time. Because we've got to have something coming in, right? If we just quit our job, keep in mind there's a lot of people that do and they struggle for a while, but then they finally get to the level that they want to get to. But I think it's more important to have, it's important that we obviously provide for ourselves and our families. So I think that it's important that, this is my own opinion here, and you have the right to your own. But I believe that it's, one of the key things to really be open to is the fact that you can have a job and start your business part-time. And the key is one thing that Jim Rohn talked about. You can start this miracle working business part-time. And the key is that your goal is to eventually start working, your business full-time. So you can work part-time on your job or full-time on your job and part-time on your fortune. Because I think a lot of people think that they just have to quit their job right away. And so it can get them in a lot of trouble financially, myself included. When I first found this kind of industry, it wasn't necessarily network marketing, but it was like online marketing. And I thought, oh my gosh, I felt like, I graduated college and I felt called to this whole new venture, and I didn't really know what I was doing. So I decided to quit both of my jobs and was going to start a business. Well, that flopped and didn't work. And actually didn't work for 2 years. It was really not a good situation. And so I don't recommend that anyone goes into that level of, jumping out of just like taking that kind of risks. I don't really think that's like a wise risk. I think for me, it was pretty much foolish. And so one of the key things that I really always recommend is that you have some sort of income coming in, that you have something else to support you while you're starting your business, because obviously you're going to have things that you're going to need to get to, like events. You're going to have products and services that you need to pay for and things like that. And so you want to make sure that your focus isn't focused on, oh my gosh, how am I going to pay the bills? What am I going to do here? Because if your focus is there, you're not really going to be able to focus on your business. But if you have some kind of money coming in, you will be able to at least, be a little bit more, at a level where you don't have to be so stressed out about the money coming in and all those things. You can be more at a level where you're like, okay, I do have an income. Things are going to be okay. I think it just like helps us to be more at peace than it does when we're like, when we have no income, because obviously we have to survive, right? We can't just live off no money. I mean, we can ask that to anyone who's ever lived on the streets. They'll say they probably would rather be in a home and have, have money. And so the cool thing about this is that, I just think it's a really powerful thing that, if you are looking to get started in a home-based business, I just wanted to give you a little wisdom to, really look into the industry, because it's really something that can free you financially. Even if you have a career and you decide that you want to work a job full-time and all those things the rest of your life, I think that one of the best parts about it is that you have the power to really get involved in a home-based business. And not only in a home-based business, but you have the power to get in a home-based business and still keep your job for a while. So that way it can support you while you're building your fortune. And eventually you'll be able to quit your job and you'll be able to work full-time on your fortune, and which will actually help you to be free, so you can help someone else get free and begin to move forward in the way of your dreams. Now, I want to not leave without letting you know about an opportunity to be able to attend a live event. Now, this event is not from, where you have to travel to another state or travel to another country, but this event is actually from the comfort of your own home. You have the ability to actually watch our live stream mastermind, which will actually be taking place in Miami, Florida at the end of this month. It's on January 28th through the 31st. And you'll hear from 6 and 7 figure earners, and they will tell you top secrets on what they're doing to move their business forward in the way of their dreams. Now, there's no guarantee, of course, that you'll earn any money from watching this live stream from the internet, but one of the key things to recognize is that, you can see our income disclaimer at www.empowernetwork.com, and not only see our income disclaimer there, but also recognize the power in and the power and the ability to really get around other people that have the kind of results that you want. And especially if you're looking to get into a home-based business, you want, one of the key steps is to start here, because you're going to actually hear from people who have the kind of results that you probably want. Because some of these earners have actually earned over $1 million in their current business. And so they're going to be sitting there and masterminding, and you can plug in with us the whole weekend and actually watch on this live stream. It's going to be awesome. Tickets right now, I believe they're $297. Don't quote me on that. But if you are interested and you want to join us on this live stream, go ahead and send me a message on Facebook. My name is Chanel Childs. It's spelled Chanell. Last name Childs, Childs. And connect with me, and I will get you the link so that way you can come and join us from January 28th through January 31st on the live stream, and you will be able to hear from top earners. This is going to be awesome. You don't want to miss this, because when you and I get around these kinds of the people that have the kind of results that we're seeking, we begin to believe that we can do it too. We begin to have breakthroughs. We begin to have a paradigm shift. Now, I hope this moves you forward in the way of your dreams. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome day. I'm Chanel Childs. Love you. Bye.